Arian's journey as a hacker is quite extraordinary. Unlike many teenage hackers who might waste their stolen millions on fancy things like luxury watches or designer clothes, Arian used his money differently. He spent it on paying off people and buying tools for even bigger hacking activities. His goal was to access and leak the most guarded secrets of companies, regardless of the risks involved. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Anonymous Crime TV. If you are new to the channel, do subscribe, and let's start the video. By the age of 17, Arian was already facing legal troubles. He was out on bail, living in a low-rated hotel for safety, because his home address had been exposed by rival hackers. Despite a court-ordered internet ban, Arian didn't stop his hacking activities. He set up a virtual computer using an Amazon Fire Stick and a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse, continuing his work with Lapsus, a notorious hacking group. They were infamous for causing companies to lose millions through their cyber attacks. Arian's ambition led him to target Rockstar Games. Under the alias Teapot Uber Hacker, he leaked 90 video clips from the unreleased Grand Theft Auto 6, threatening to release even more sensitive data. This caused a huge stir on the internet, spoiling years of Rockstar's work. Despite their efforts to stop the leaks, Arian pushed forward, leading to the involvement of the FBI. However, Arian's hacking skills didn't just appear out of nowhere. Born in 2005, he started hacking in Minecraft servers as a kid. His early online activities included extreme dirt bike action and being a fan of Roman Atwood's videos. He cleaned most of his digital footprint, probably to hide his identity. By 2017, he was deeply involved in Minecraft, even getting accused of using cheat clients. This early experience in gaming led him to more serious hacking activities. In 2018, Arian moved beyond simple game cheats to exploiting server vulnerabilities. He even suggested a bug bounty program on a Minecraft forum, but was rejected. This rejection marked a turning point, after which he never used his skills for good again. His hacking evolved, and by 2019, at 15, he was defacing websites like NASA's, seeking recognition in hacking communities. Arian's story is a blend of troubled youth and exceptional hacking skills. Despite having a difficult childhood, including being placed in social care and dealing with complex health diagnoses, he found a sense of belonging and achievement in the hacking world. His journey from gaming hacks to major cybercrimes shows a transition fueled by a search for acceptance and recognition, leading to increasingly significant and risky exploits. Arian's story took a wild turn when he decided to invest his stolen money into more complex hacking activities. This decision allowed him and his group, initially called Infinity Recursion, to pursue larger and more challenging hacks. However, their group didn't last long, and Arian soon formed a new group named Lapsus. Arian, it seems, was driven by a desire for recognition and a legacy as a renowned hacker. Lapsus set its sights on bigger targets, attracting attention from law enforcement agencies. Their activities involved not just hacking, but also exploiting personal information found online, a tactic that ethical hacking courses often warn against. They were involved in SIM swapping and spear phishing attacks, using people's private information obtained from data brokers. Made headlines with a significant hack just before Christmas, targeting the Brazilian Ministry of Health and demanding ransom for stolen data. While the attack was severe, it didn't seem very sophisticated, as no ransomware was used, and they didn't profit from it. Lapsus continued its spree, attacking Brazil's largest media conglomerate and a car rental company, among others. They gained attention and members through their public Telegram server, sharing information about their hacks. The group's tactics evolved as they targeted Oak.TA, a cybersecurity solutions company, demonstrating their ability to infiltrate firms specializing in security against such attacks. However, Arian's identity and address were eventually leaked on DocSpin, a site known for doxing or exposing personal information online. Arian had previously purchased DocSpin, but failed to manage it well, leading to a backlash from its users. This chain of events highlighted Arian's vulnerability despite his hacking skills. His attempts to retaliate against the DocSpin community backfired, and in frustration, he leaked the entire DocSpin database before returning control to the previous owner. This move further angered the community, proving that even in the hacking world, actions have consequences, and turning against one's own community can lead to significant backlash. Within just 2 days, a retaliation plan against Arian was put into motion. KT, the previous owner of DocSpin, sent 2 intimidating individuals to Arian's mother's house, where they filmed videos and took photos outside. They even knocked on the door, asking for Arian to come out to play, but his mother said he wasn't home. The individuals then went to his father's house, but the police were already waiting there, thanks to a heads-up from his mother. Faced with the police, the individuals quickly fled via an Uber. The next day, a comprehensive post was published on Spin, revealing Arian's identity and his involvement with Lapsus. It also accused him of stealing over 300 bitcoins, worth $14 million, and making risky gambles with the money. This post was made public on January 8th, and by January 22nd, news broke that Arian had been arrested just before his 17th birthday. Alongside an unnamed accomplice, Arian was detained for allegedly demanding $4 million from UK telecommunications giant BT in a ransomware attack. They were also accused of stealing $100,000 in Bitcoin through unauthorized SIM swaps. Despite pleading guilty to some charges, Arian and his accomplice were released pending further investigation due to insufficient evidence. Arian's habit of conducting fraud on virtual private servers made it difficult for authorities to gather evidence. However, this encounter with the law seemed to embolden Arian rather than deter him. Just a month later, Lapsus resumed its hacking activities, targeting larger companies like Nvidia and boasting about stealing a terabyte of data. Their demands, however, took a surprising turn when they asked Nvidia to open source their drivers instead of demanding money. This altruistic request raised suspicions about their true motives, leading some to question if they were modern-day Robin Hoods or simply hackers with ulterior motives. Despite their bold claims, doubts arose about the authenticity of Lapsus's actions when they failed to deliver on their promises and faced backlash for their questionable tactics. Nevertheless, Lapsus continued its hacking spree, targeting companies like Samsung, Ubisoft, and T-Mobile, leaving the security world perplexed about how they could breach some of the world's top technology companies so easily. As the 20th of March arrived, Arian's confidence soared, believing they could breach Microsoft's fortress without consequence. But old Billy Boy had a different agenda. Lapsus, taking the first shot, unveiled a damning screenshot of Azure's DevOps server, unleashing a colossal 37 GB zip file teeming with Microsoft's prized source code. This digital trespass catapulted Microsoft into high alert, mobilizing all resources to unmask the audacious hackers. Within a day, their names blazed on the FBI's most wanted list. Arian, once the architect of chaos for KT and the bane of Spin, found himself in a desperate plea for help. In a futile attempt, he sought to buy KT's silence, fabricating tales of innocence amidst Lapsus's villainy. But his ploy backfired spectacularly. Just 48 hours after his face-adorned FBI posters, KT's expose on Dopin laid bare Arian's machinations. The same day saw Microsoft's damning security report exposing Lapsus's modus operandi. The second arrest was a glaring revelation, not just for Arian's crew, but also for Microsoft. Their primary tool, not complex code wizardry, but the age-old art of social engineering, preying on Microsoft's own security maxims. Arian, understanding the Achilles heel of corporations lay with their employees, expected cutting-edge tactics. Instead, Lapsus resorted to crude bribery on Telegram, luring corrupt insiders with promises of wealth. But the game was far from over. Despite the UK police's roundup, Lapsus's Telegram channel hummed with activity. There, by the City of London police on April 1st marked Arian's endgame. Alongside a fellow teenager, his hacking days were numbered. Released on bail, the court imposed a futile internet suspension, failing to deter his insatiable appetite for exploitation. As months passed, Arian's legal woes mounted. Shielded in a hotel to evade media scrutiny, he resorted to ingenious means to reclaim his digital throne. Armed with an Amazon Fire Stick and makeshift setup, he reconnected to the virtual world, poised for one final coup. Within a mere 24 hours, Arian orchestrated his most infamous breach yet, igniting a frenzy across the internet with the GTA 6 hack, craftily compiling a dossier of Rockstar Games employees, complete with phone numbers and emails. He masqueraded as a forgetful insider, desperate for access. While his initial attempt faltered, a second endeavor granted him entry via a contractor's account, eventually securing a coveted foothold within the company's Slack channels dedicated to game development. With bated breath, millions awaited his proclamation. And on the heels of his earlier triumph as the Teapot Uber hacker, Arian unveiled his masterpiece to a Grand Theft Auto fan site, 90 tantalizing clips from the long-anticipated Grand Theft Auto 6, hinting at even greater treasures to come. Skepticism initially abounded, but as the reality sank in, the internet erupted in euphoria. Arian, the enigmatic figure behind the revelation, became a digital folk hero overnight, as footage of the leaked game flooded social media platforms and news outlets worldwide. Rockstar Games found themselves in a frantic scramble to contain the fallout. Their carefully orchestrated teaser campaign lay in shambles, overshadowed by Arian's audacious exposé. Internally, they faced a dilemma as Arian wielded his newfound leverage to demand attention via Slack, threatening to unleash the coveted source code. With no other recourse, they severed his access and alerted the authorities. 4 days later, as the clock struck 9 p.m., a squadron of London police officers descended upon room M15, signaling the end of Arian's reign. His makeshift computer and iPhone 13 Max were confiscated, providing damning evidence of his exploits. Violating his bail terms, he found himself incarcerated in the Feltham Young Offenders Institute, where his behavior veered towards the erratic, prompting concerns about his mental well-being. Fast forward to August 2023, and Arian faced the daunting prospect of trial alongside an unnamed accomplice linked to the BTE case. Despite claims of innocence and assertions regarding the strength of the evidence, the jury delivered a damning verdict, finding Arian guilty on all counts. However, his complex autism spectrum disorder complicated matters, leading to a ruling of unfitness for trial. Consequently, he escaped a conventional prison sentence, with community service or psychiatric care remaining as viable alternatives. The decision ultimately rested in the hands of Judge Patricia Lee, who grappled with the staggering scale of Lapsus's exploits and the immeasurable damages inflicted upon numerous corporations. Despite ongoing investigations and the expenditure of millions, the full extent of Lapsus's motives and activities remain a mystery. With that, we have come to an end for this video. You have been watching Anonymous Crime TV. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. I will see you in the next video.